Hello Brawlers and welcome back to the channel. It's Bakugan96 here, and today I'm going to be doing my review of the Legacy Bakugan, Mantris. So I did recently get this Bakugan from a trade over on the Discord server. Big shout out to Brennan for hooking me up. This has got to be one of the coolest Legacy Bakugan, and honestly, for such a simple design, it is very detailed. If you would like to see more of these reviews, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It goes a long way to keeping this content possible. But yeah, getting right into it, I definitely like this Bakugan. Ventus is definitely appealing for the color scheme. The purple head, right? Like, just really cool. Obviously, you will all be able to see it on screen. I'll have it rotating. But for me, I'll be looking at it in person. So as you can all somewhat see, yeah, there we go. The purple head is really appealing with the yellow eyes, you know, great contrast, puts up a lot of detail, and even the pincers there have the blade. It is purple underneath. Again, you can all see it up there, but I'm looking just for reference, right? But yeah, really cool. Not that strong, you know, a lot of the first series Bakugan weren't at 550 Gs though. It does have potential, especially with a lot of gate cards and various ability cards. Mantris does have some manual parts right there. The feet are manual, you pull those out on the bottom, so it just adds more to the detail of the actual Bakugan. And yeah, if it isn't obvious enough, this Bakugan is meant to represent the praying mantis insect, and I just think it's really cool because the detail and the correlation between the two is almost spot on. It's even been rebooted a few times, for those of you who don't know. Of course, in the G2 series we have Mantinoid, and then in the G3 series there is Mantid. But yeah, really awesome Bakugan, definitely one of my favorites. Later on in the video I will be going over some card combos from the collection that I have, and then also a rolling guide. We will get some practice rolls in to see how good Mantris actually stands. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the review. Obviously right now I'm just going over the cosmetic aspects of the Bakugan, but there will be plenty more, so stay tuned. Hello Brawler, so you just picked up a Mantris Bakugan but you need help rolling it? Well, this segment is for you because I myself am new to having Mantris, and we're going to learn how to roll and what some unique tips or tricks will be in this video. So for the legacy game, for those of you who don't know, at the beginning of your turn you each place a gate card, yours being the furthest from you, demonstrated right here. Obviously the one closest to you would be your opponent's, and the one furthest away from you is yours. With that set up, the only thing to note is that to roll your Bakugan, you have to at least be 2 card links away. So I have this gate card to kind of demonstrate that. Now I am pushing it, but as you can all see, this would count as 2 card links away. Now what is really cool about the legacy game is you don't have to be 2 card links away from this spot. You can be 2 card links from back here, or even over here, or way back here. It doesn't matter where you roll from. Think of the field as a big open area, and as long as you're 2 card links away, you're good to go. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and test out a good old flick shot to see how Mantris does. Now I will be facing Mantris open towards my opponent and resting it on that little hole right under the attribute symbol because, well, it feels like that's where it levels out at, and there's no wobble. So as close to the edge as possible to keep that 2 card length distance, and let's see how it goes with a good flick shot. Well, that wasn't too great, a little too soft, so there wasn't a lot of accuracy there, but I will try again. 1, 2, 3, brawl. Not a strong magnet, so it did go across both gate cards. That is unfortunate. Now the only thing I can do to think of is change the direction it's facing. So now I will face the Mantris towards myself on open and see if that works. Now that did work, but unfortunately the magnet was not strong enough to catch. So that doesn't count as a stand in the Legacy game. Your Bakugan must be on the gate card in order for it to count. But at least that was promising. The Mantris did open. I will try again. And once again, the magnet opens, but Mantris fails to land on the gate card. So perhaps a flick shot is just too quick. Limiting the speed might help with this. So I will try to limit how fast I actually shoot the Bakugan. And it does pull, so my Mantris pulls to the left quite a bit. As you can see, I'm going to adjust for that now because I do have to roll lightly. And unfortunately that didn't do it. That time was still too fast, so I shot straight ahead. Not very fun, I know. There we go. So it seems to be with Mantris you want to hit the right speed, but nice enough, actually landing on your gate card is much better than landing on your opponent's gate. That is one good thing I will say. And that's the actual first stand. 3 minutes into the rolling guide, and that is my first stand with Mantris. Like I said at the beginning, this is my first time kind of testing out. So we're all seeing this real time, me and you. This is real time practice, everyone. I guess I should have practiced before the video, but you know what? You only live once. Yeah, the pull to the left is definitely a pain. I wonder if all Mantris molds do that, or if it's just this one in particular. But it is standing. It is just not hitting that magnet. Or it's landing, you know, it is standing or popping open. But unfortunately the Mantis, you know, it's just not standing. Or the magnet's not magnetizing. I don't know why I said the same thing twice. So it doesn't look like flick shooting is going to work, at least for me, on this Bakugan. Sad, I know. But I am going to try to spin shoot because I normally do that. That's how I'm most comfortable rolling. And I think, or I have a feeling, I'm going to have a much better luck with a rolling technique I am more comfortable with. But I wanted to try everything, you know? So here we go. I'm going to ready the thumb. And you always want to apply pressure with the thumb. I have tried applying the pressure with the index finger, and you don't get a straight roll. I find that if you push outwards with your thumb, kind of like that motion, your Bakugan tends to go a little straighter. And that was a miss. Like always, right? You know, oh, gotta do it for sake of the video. Throw in the bread. We got the crusty cringe bread over here, not landing the shots. But I am not going to give up. I'm going to try again. And another miss. Well, I'm not having any luck. One of my favorite Bakugan. There we go. Yes! Spin shot. Now it is on the opponent's gate card. That is a shame. But finally, actually stuck the landing on that one. Good to go. I'm thinking that might be the way I'm going to have to roll this Bakugan. And there we go. Another consecutive land. Now I am landing on the opponent's gate card, which is a shame. If I could curve Mantris, I wouldn't have to worry about that. That's where the old school arena with the little ramps comes in, because you could bank shot really easily and then actually land on your gate card without having to curve your Bakugan. But Mantris is landing at least with the spin. That was 2 out of 3 times it actually stood on the gate. But this Mantris does appear to be top heavy in comparison to its magnet, because it is just flying off the gate card. I guess I would attribute that to Brawlers, right? If anyone's played my Brawlers deck on the Legacy thing and watching, or if you've just seen me roll Brawlers, you know how that thing just flies off the gate card. But if you're light with your touch, it seems Mantris does stand. But you can't be rolling very quickly. I would worry about KOs from your opponent, given how weak the magnet is and how slow you have to roll it. But with finesse, I feel like Mantris can really be good. You know, you just have to learn your Bakugan, everyone. That is key. You have to learn the Bakugan. So I'm gonna give it one more spin. And there we go. Now that was nice. That's what I want. That's what I want to see consecutively. You want to be able to spin Mantris and stand it on your gate card. But every turn, if you have an unused gate, I mean, you can play it out. So For the rolling example, I will set one next to the opponent. Perhaps widening the field will make Mantris a better Bakugan. You don't necessarily have to lead with the Bakugan you're rolling, right? You do have a team of 3, and you don't have to start out with Mantris, so that does give you the option to play out more gate cards, so you have a better chance at standing. That was a pretty cool spin. Unfortunately, it didn't land on the card. But yeah, still really awesome. Just another up-close look at how awesome this Mantris is. Absolutely love this Bakugan. But it is a fickle, I guess toy, a fickle game. This is a fickle Bakugan because it does not like to stand that much. I would say at this point it's what, 50-50 viewers? So it could go either way. Try it one more time. We're gonna spin kind of at an angle here. There we go. Oh, so close. So close. Now then, gonna go ahead and try, I guess, the good old Jet Kuso roll here. And that was a miss. First off, let's try again. And another miss. Try again. Alright, that's something, I suppose. That was a stand. 1 out of 3, but it is a stand. Try that again though. This time I'm going to rest Mantris on the actual attribute symbol. Just trying to even it out and keep it flat without any kind of wobble. There, okay. The Jet Kuso roll, or the standard Bakugan rolling technique, is doing very well. The flick technique is too much power. The spin technique that I like is a little too erratic. But this one doesn't seem too bad. Even look at that, kind of a slide and onto your own gate card. I know this is all theoretical, but that was a nice play. I'm so happy to have that cool shot on camera. But yeah, pretty nice, not bad at all. I definitely think this Mantris has potential. I definitely just need to put in the work with it. But yeah, stay tuned because coming up next, it's card combos to make this Bakugan top tier. If it's possible. In this last segment, I will be taking a look at a few ability cards and gate cards that are good for Mantris and Ventus Bakugan overall, for when I do eventually do a deck build and the team. But yeah, so starting off with the ability cards, gonna go ahead and just run through them. So this is a copy of Light Wind, which you all know I use in my Brontes deck. So play after you roll and stand a Ventus or Chaos Bakugan. You may move any standing Bakugan to any gate card. So you can kind of force a brawl or keep a brawl from happening. Either way, this is a very powerful card and one that I hope to utilize with Mantris. Next up, obviously being the Ventus faction, it is perfect for a perfect aim. See what I did there? Play before you roll a Ventus Bakugan. Put your Bakugan on the gate card instead of rolling it, so you don't even have to worry about throwing the bread like I do. You can just stand your Bakugan right on the gate card. Very powerful ability. After that, I thought Mira and Shun could also come up. Play before you roll a Subterra or Ventus Bakugan. If it stand and is in a battle this turn, your Bakugan gets plus 50 G-Power. If you miss, you may re-roll it, but you will not get the G-Power bonus. So this is kind of a nifty card. It is a re-roll and a plus 50 if you, roll it the first time. But still pretty nice. I guess that there is some options in that. That's all I really had for red ability cards. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the blue ones with Updraft, which I feel is really powerful. Play during a battle on one of your opponent's gate cards. Your Bakugan gains the G-Power bonus based on its attribute. And 140 is a lot. And with Mantris's 550, that does take you up to 690. And that's not counting any kind of gate bonus you're getting off of your opponent's gate. So yeah, really powerful card. Had to suggest it. After that, there is Light Wind Color Shift. So play during a battle on one of your opponent's gate cards again. Your Chaos or Ventus Bakugan gains G-Power equal to the gate card's highlighted bonus. So just in case your opponent's gate is like Not good for Ventus. This is a good way to, you know, steal a win, potentially. And speaking of a really, I guess, versatile option, it's Get It Right Next Time. You play you play after you lose a battle with a Darkus or Ventus Bakugan. You can add any blue ability card from your collection to your unused pile. So really, in the heat of the battle, you know, you lose, you kind of have an idea of what your opponent's strategy is. You can play this quickly and snipe a card out of your collection for future use in the game. That could actually be relevant to that matchup. I think this is really powerful, and if there was a ban list for the Legacy game, this would be on it. That's it for blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and suggest some green ones. And I know these are overall for Ventus Bakugan, but my Mantris is Ventus, and I don't have any Mantris-centered ability cards, nor gate cards. Sadly, I don't have that character gate. Wish I did, though. Anyway, moving on with Strong Winds Blow. Play at the start of a battle where you have a Ventus Bakugan, you double all gate card attribute bonuses. So I thought that would be pretty nice, depending on what you have. You know, if you're setting up your own, just looking at this top one, 230 ends up to be plus 460 with the 550. That's 10, I think, or something like that. And I don't know, my math's off, but still, it could add up very quickly, just in that example alone. Kind of with the same aspect, I have Shadow Vortex here. Play during a battle if you have a Darkus or Ventus on an opponent's gate. Your opponent's Bakugan gets no attribute bonuses from the gate card, so you completely nullify the gate for your opponent, but you still get whatever bonus you'd be getting, which is really nice. And again, another iffy card, at least in my opinion, is this Ventus Hex. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but it is really powerful for Ventus teams. Play after you win a battle with a Ventus Bakugan by more than 100 G power. Your opponent's Bakugan is enslaved and may not be rolled. If at any time, your opponent may cancel this effect by moving a gate card from their used pile to their unused pile. So it takes away a win from them if they want their Bakugan back. Otherwise, it's enslaved and they can't use it the rest of the game, taking them down to 2 Bakugan, or, you know, they have to lose a gate card, which the idea is to win 3, and then you win the game. So yeah, really iffy, but strong. After that, I have Windmills. So you play at the start of a battle on an opponent's gate before the gate is revealed. Your Ventus or Aquos Bakugan gains ability and gate attribute G power bonuses twice this battle. So you drop this, you get double the gate, you get double whatever other ability cards you might play that battle. Yeah, this is just stupid strong, and honestly, in my collection, Ventus is probably the strongest faction I have support for. Last green card, it is Solar Winds. Play during a battle, your Chaos or Ventus Bakugan may use the highlighted bonus instead of their normal, just in case, you know, your opponent is using something else. And then I do have a few other gate cards that this could come in handy for. But yeah, that's the general idea. And then just some Battle Gear reference cards that go really good with Ventus Bakugan if you happen to have them. Currently I don't use support pieces on my teams, but I thought these had really good effects if you play them with Ventus Bakugan. So the Ventus effect for Air Core, if your opponent plays an ability card, flip a coin. If heads, that card has no effect. It's a gamble, but you know, you have a 50-50 chance of completely turning off whatever ability card your opponent played, and I think that's really good. Then after that, it is Beam Blitzer, and then its Ventus effect is all ability cards your enemy plays during this battle are removed from the game. So there is recursion in the Legacy game, not that much, and then this just turns that recursion potential off for the turn, and that's nice. But that is it for the ability cards. Up next, I'll be taking a look at what gate cards are good. Alright, Brawlers, here are the gate cards, starting off with silver generic good stuff that I feel are just, you know, solid for Ventus Bakugan. I have Wind Portal, the Spires, Tornado Alley, Vacuum. And lastly, Clean Woods. So that does it for the silver cards, just general ways to giving your Ventus Bakugan the most bonuses. For gold, I didn't really have that many. This one's pretty good. It's called the Air Plateau. Silver and copper gear can't be played, so if your opponents are using support pieces, that's nice. Otherwise, this gate just gives 232 Ventus, so you get the highest bonus, and it's just good if you want to go for like a powerhouse type strategy. After that, there is the card Hellstorm. Now, I know it doesn't give Ventus the most, but it does tie into the Wind Portal if you want to tie them together. So if any player has a Wind Portal gate card in their used pile, their Bakugan gets plus 100G, which turns that 190 into 290 for a Ventus team. But it does require you to have won the Wind Portal gate card already, so it requires some strategy and setup, but there is some payoff there, at least in my opinion, which is why I wanted to kind of showcase this combo, and it was one that I actually had in the collection. That's it for gold. Sadly, I didn't have that many, but moving on to bronze, I have Needle's Eye. So the Bakugan with the lowest G power total wins this battle. This version of that effect is nice because the card only gives 0 to Ventus. The downside is that Ventus is highlighted, and there are plenty of ability cards in the Legacy series that change the bonus you get to the highlighted bonus. So this could hurt, but I am counting on Mantris being only 550 and hoping that is significantly lower than my playgroup's Bakugan that they use. Otherwise, this could hurt the team. But anyway, I thought that was worth mentioning in the lineup. Likewise, I do have Duck and Win, so the Bakugan with the lowest G power total wins this battle. Again, 110 is a lot to be gaining, but the idea behind this is you use an ability card that switches your bonus to the highlighted, in which case you're only getting 90 off of that Subterra. So it could help, and even an ability card that switches your attribute with your opponents could come in clutch, assuming they're not Darkest or Chaos. But if they're Darkest or Chaos, you might be winning the battle anyway. Pirates 2, I suppose, with the 110, but kind of optional. It's another iffy choice, but I still thought it was worth mentioning. Then lastly, I do have this Blurred Heat. I mean, it seems okay. The player whose Bakugan has the lowest printed G power moves a blue or green ability card from their used pile to their unused pile. So a little recursion myself, and Ventus getting the highest attribute bonus on the gate is pretty nice. I thought that might be good, and someone might like that option. And the last gate card I decided on, or I thought might be good for the deck, or for Mantris I should say, is High Ground. So any G power bonus granted by red ability cards are doubled. In this particular instance, I didn't have good examples, but I did find that interesting, and again, Ventus getting the highest attribute bonus from the gate is a big deal. But that does it for this video, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know what you think. I know this was edited, but a good way to wrap it up was a look at a deck for one of my favorite Legacy Bakugan, Mantris.